Hey guys, welcome back to a new video on the channel. You guys asked for more BTS content and here we are. We're about to go to a job. So yeah, this one's going to be a bit of a quick one. It's not Manchester Fine Night, that's like 6 hours long. Going to be on site for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half. Basically what we're doing is we're filming a wedding venue. And I'm going to be running through what I'm going to be looking for, tips and tricks that you can do when you're shooting your first venue or just your first video in general. So make sure you stay to the end of the video. I'm going to be dropping tips throughout the video, so let's get it. Alright guys, we just landed at the venue. As you can see, it's in the middle of nowhere in the sticks, as you see people like to say. So we're going to go meet the client now. Again, this is the venue. It's a really nice looking venue in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, let's go meet the client. Alright guys, we've just got outside and we're starting to shoot now. So what I'm actually shooting on, I'm shooting on the Nikon Z6 with the Nikkor, I think it's the Nikkor adapter, and then the Sigma 17 to 50mm 2.8 lens, and then I'm shooting on the Ronin, I think it's the Ronin S gimbal. Basically the normal gimbal that everybody shoots on. Really recommend all this gear. It's a nice run and gun set, so if you're doing live events like me, you can get in, set up, get out, boom, job's done and dusted. So what we're going to do now, so this is something I talk about on my course, but I'm going to summarise it here, is work from the inside outwards. So what I like to do is I like to get the branding shots first and the venue shots. Obviously because this is a venue, we're going to be focusing on the venue. Like I said, I go more in depth on my course, but I'm going to show you a bit of a summary of what I'm talking about here. So if I remember correctly, they've got a sign, yeah, here we go. They've got a sign here. But with these kind of things is you want to be shooting on a gimbal. You don't really have a gimbal, it's not the end of the world, but it's going to make your job a lot harder. And basically all this kind of gig is just like slowing down your footage and making it look really nice. Like this. And if you can implement something into the foreground, it really adds to the video. My gimbal's a bit wonky, I need to get it checked out, but basically you get the idea. Just move, pan like this, a nice fluid motion, like that. Boom. Now as you get different angles, so we've got on a panning out. We're now going to get one coming in, just like this. Nice and smooth, going inwards. Boom. And then, ooh. I always like to make sure I overshoot. Always overshoot before you undershoot. Because if you undershoot, you don't have a lot of footage to deal with, to edit with. I mean, but if you've got too much, you can complain. So, like I see here, we've got some nice little fingers, and we can do a bit of a reveal shot like that from these things. I don't know what they're called. I'm not a flower guy, but you get the idea. A nice reveal shot like this. Boom. That one was a bit cough. And don't be afraid to go again. We're not on set. We're not working with actors. We're working with inanimate objects. A signboard, so it don't matter how many times you go again, just make sure you go again, overshoot, and make sure you get the shot. Now what I'm looking at, if you show them over there, the entrance is pretty nice. So what we're going to do, we're going to go over to the entrance now, start shooting the entrance. Actually, wait, no, sod that. See, this is why people ask me, Jack, do you plan out your shoots? No, I don't, because like videography, especially live event videography, is so fluid and dynamic. You can't really plan it out because you don't control the environment. So obviously, you can plan out like a short film, cinematography, but you can't plan out what I do because it's all fluid, it's all happening at real time. So I'm going to go over to the decks here and film on the decks, get the nice background. The background's really nice. We're I think we're on the border of Lancashire and Yorkshire at the moment, but I like to consider this Yorkshire. It's basically outside my house. It's a really, really nice area. So what we're going to do, we're going to get some nice kind of just panning shots, really what we've been doing. This is the thing with shooting outside as well, is the sun likes to mess with you. So just adjust your settings accordingly. Again, I go over in depth you know, what settings you should be shooting on as a videographer in my course, but just make sure you've got your settings correct and you're exposing your image properly. There we go. And now what we're going to do, we're going to get this nice, I guess it's like a, I wouldn't say a patio, but a nice little eating area here. Like this, a nice little panning shot, boom. Job's a good one. And if there's any ugly signs, do not get the ugly signs. Like you can see here as an example, overflow, parking, fire assembly point, ugly signs. No client wants to have that in their video. So avoid any ugly signs. Make sure it's just nice scenic stuff. So just got a shot of here. Gonna make sure I get another one. Quick pan shot like that, showing the environment. And then again, this is something I go into depth on my course with. Always get a close-up shot and then get a wider shot. So we've just got a closer up, we've got a closer shot now. Gonna step back and get a nice wider shot like this. So we're covering all of our angles. Like that. Then a little bit further out. Like that. Job's a good one. Right guys, a little tip. This is one thing I always say to people: we are in marketing. We're not in just content creation, we're a business owner. The reason why a lot of videographers fail is because they don't focus on the business aspects. We're creatives first and foremost, but we're also business owners, and we've got to market to clients. So you've got to fill 3 roles in this industry if you're thinking about becoming a videographer. You've got to become a creative first and foremost, probably the most important thing. But the second most important thing is running a business. You're going to run your own business. No matter like you're sole entrepreneur or you set up a video production company, you are in business as well. You're an entrepreneur. And the third and final thing is you're in marketing. You've always got to market yourself to potential clients. So always make sure that you're putting your best work out there. Don't upload, you know, crappy videos. That is going to portray you in a bad light. I always say you're only as good as your last job. So always make sure your marketing and your business is on point as a creative. Now this is a bit of a restaurant, bar, hotel, wedding venue, and there's a little, I don't know, what would you call them down there? What do you think they're called? I don't even know what they're called.
Chalets.
Chalets. So anyway, this is where guests can go. So there's a cow. So gonna go down here and see if we can shoot some of these, but I don't know if we can or not. Look, I mean here. This is a nice little, I don't know what you would call this, it's just a nice little part of the venue. So again, capture this, capture everything. Like I may or may not use this in the edit, who cares, I've got it, it's there if I need it in the edit. So again, nice little inward shot, boom, kind of looking up, round, cool. See, this isn't really, you know, it's not too, it is nice looking, but it's not that, you know, kind of nice. So probably won't have that in the edit, but we've got it just in case. Like over here, we've got a nice wooden kids. I guess it's kind of premium, isn't it? It's not like cheap stuff, it's not like metal, it's handcrafted wood.
It's fortunate.
Yeah. So we're gonna get it here. We've got a nice gravel path. So what we're gonna do, we start filming from the gravel path like this. Boom. As we see here as well, we've got shapes. I always like to say, this is one thing I learned from Jason and Dave from Burnley College. If you're watching this, Jason and Dave, thank you. Frame within a frame. As we see here, we can get a nice frame within a frame. We can push it out like this. Kind of entry reveal. Goes up, so I want to go up. Like that. Nice dynamic movement. Give it one more attempt. Boom. That was the one, I think. That was the one. We've got a tree here. Oh, it's a tree. We have a tree. Make sure you capture everything. Again, this is showcasing the entirety of the venue, so don't just shoot inside, shoot everything else around it, everything that the facility has to offer. Boom. Filmed a tree. Boom. And then we've got some swings up here as well. Filmed swings. So here's another good example as well. If something's in the shot and it doesn't belong, say it's litter or junk, whatever, move it. As we see here, we've got a, I think it's like a Sprite or something at the bottom. Get rid of it. Put it down here, out of the way. Then we'll put it in the rubbish. But for now, we're just focusing on this. So again, nice little panning shot. Walk in. And then when we get to the subject, turn around. Boom. Boom. What we could do, right, I'm 22 years old, but I think we might try get up on here. Yeah, because we could go along the bridge. Here we go. This is a little bit risky. Don't be trying this if you're on a normal gig, but me. We do anything to get the shot. Oh. I know what I'm thinking is here, we go straight down, showcasing the background. Smooth. That is a nice shot actually, because the way this thing's angled is right out towards the countryside. And it's a nice looking shot. Also, don't fall over. Always make sure you know where you're going. Always check behind you. You don't want to bump into someone or fall on your ass. Going down. Boom. How'd it look? Now we're going to get down. I think we're done for this section. Alright, now we've finished at the kids' playground. We're going to walk this way. We've got a nice little, I don't know what to call it, we've got a nice little, I guess, scenic route towards these cabins. So we're going to film here. We've also got a nice little boat. Use what there is. And yeah, of course, have fun. When you're on these kind of shoots, you have to have fun. You can't be, too stressful, yada yada, because that's going to translate to the client. The energy you put out is the energy you receive, and the energy you put out when you're around the client has to be good. Because if you're a moody son of a gun, it ain't going to work out for you and the client. So yeah, here we go. We've got an actually, we're just seeing this. We've got a nice little green bench. So we're going to get the green bench. Anything that makes the business or venue seem unique, get that. Because that will most likely be one of their selling points for marketing. There we go. And again, just a nice little round thing like this. Right guys, as we continue to walk on, we've just come across these things. This is I wouldn't say it's like a really high-end, but it's quite a luxurious venue. And if any of you are trying to get into this and get these kind of clients, you can do this. Like, I was a broke college student and university student, and I transformed myself into an international videographer. Like, I always struggled with imposter syndrome. I always thought I wasn't good enough. I always thought, this isn't the kind of thing that I can be doing as a young lad. Age doesn't matter, your background doesn't matter, what skin colour, it don't matter any of that. If you can deliver results to a client and if you're good at what you do, you can make a good career out of this. Alright, now we've come to this part. Again, nice wooden structures. So what we're going to do, we're going to work, again, from the inside outwards. We're going to get the actual structure of it itself. Nice panning shots like this. Boom. That one we go. And a nice fire pit here. And now we're going to get a nice pushing shot. And tip, make sure you're recording. Nice pushing shot here. Oh shit. I just went back on my own tip. I always say to you guys, make sure you're looking where you're going. I wasn't looking, I nearly fell on my hands. Going around. Alright guys, another tip. It's not who you know, it's who knows you. Like, I just chatting with one of the owners, get to know him, and we might have a proper relationship going. So again, always don't come into a job and then go out. Try and mingle with people. You never know who you're going to meet. This is the main thing when you're on site. You're going to meet a lot of people. Get chatting to the DJ, get chatting to the waiters as well, get chatting to everyone, because again, you've got to get your name out there. It's a big stigma. Nobody likes to work for it. We don't like to work for exposure. You don't have to work for exposure. I recommend not to, but there is still an element of truth to it. If you don't have your name out there, you're not going to get booked. So always, when you're on set, chat to people and get your name out there, because you never know who they're going to recommend yourself to, or if they're going to come back and have repeat business. Alright guys, we're probably done for the outside now. All we're going to get is these little cabins again, and then we're going to go inside. So let's see if we can get some going here. Right, actually let's get it from over here so we can get all three of them in. Again guys, a lot of people say, Jack, how do I plan out my shoots? Simple fact is, you don't. Because videography is so evolving on the actual set, you can't plan it out. I mean, you can plan out kind of what shots, you know, I need to get this shot, that shot, but the actual shot itself, you can't plan it out. So if you're a perfectionist and you like to plan things out, this isn't the industry for you. But here we go. Here we go. That's the shot. That's the shot. Right guys, we're now inside. I can't speak as loud obviously because we're inside, but we're in the main wedding area. It's absolutely lovely. Got the DJ decks, and you've got, you know, tables, got the main bride and groom sitting over there, you've got the bar. It's a really nice place. So what we're going to do, this is the same thing that I talk about all the time, is we're going to focus on the actual venue itself, and of course we're going to have to get close-ups of, you know, the drinks, glasses, all that sort of stuff. So let's get to it. So I take this table for example. These kind of things, when you're focusing on a subject with a background, you want to have your lens on a 2.8, a 1.8 aperture, so you have a nice blurry background. It makes a really nice image. And then a nice slow pivot around like that. You've got to be as smooth as you can, like that. And this is one thing I also talk about, is you're going to have your one foot in front of the other like that, so you get a nice fluid motion. So instead of going like this, which is going to sway from side to side, pretend you're walking a tightrope like that, and then it's going to be a nice smooth shot instead of like smooth like this where you're going from one side to the other. So footwork is everything. Don't rely on your gimbal to be buttery smooth. If you want to be buttery smooth, do that walk as if you're on a tightrope. So I'm going to get a final shot on this. And if you can work with natural light, work with natural light, because natural light is the best kind of light. Like, we've got light coming in here through the window, and it's really lighting up this table. So I'm really using this table as the main table that I'm going to capture, because the natural light is coming in on it. Like this. Then get a level view. This is where it gets a little bit weird, so if there's any people about, try not to be too fast. Boom. Now let's, again, gotta capture the main video decorations. Right. And now the only thing really left to capture in this place is a wide shot, so you're getting all the tables of the room in its entirety and the background for the images. So I'll get this first. Crank up the ISO. As you can see, I'm very thorough even on one particular thing, because like I said earlier on in the video, overshoot, never undershoot. Even if you think you've got enough, always get a couple more, because you never know. The last couple might be the best shots. The shots they think, oh, this will do, they might not be the best in post on a bigger screen. So here we go, got some nice signs here. Then we're going to get this table and then we're going to move into the main wedding room. Alright guys, we're now in the main wedding room. It's a really nice place. We've got a lot to capture, so I'm going to capture the main wedding desk and capture these really nice flowers, and then we're going to capture this big chandelier. So let's get to it. So the first thing that we want to capture is the chandelier. The thing with lights is, if you have the light on, that's always the best thing to capture with it on like this. Then we're going to capture this one as well. Always make sure you get everything. Oh, since we're right near the light, it's pretty bright, so turn down the ISO. If there's people in the way and there's like other media people, be respectful of the space. Don't try and barge your way in. I see some videographers that try, you think, oh, I'm the cameraman, I'm the most important guy here. Don't have an ego. Don't get in people's way. If people are in the way, could you like just politely ask them, hey, I'm trying to film this, yada yada yada. Could you step over here for a second? Most people are willing to do it. So yeah, just don't be a dickhead, and make sure you're nice and just ask them to get out of the way. Alright guys, so we see here we've got a nice little kind of entryway, nice little trail going into the main wedding room. So what we're going to do, we're going to lock our gimbal, go down, pop out the screen. I'm going to get I don't really know what to call this shot. I like to call it kind of like the trail shot. We're just going to get down like this, a nice little shot like this. So we're going to work from this way in, this way out. This way first, get proper low to the ground like this, and then we're just going to walk. Then same thing here. Capture that. Alright guys, we've got most of our shots in here now, but what we're going to do, we're going to get some back shots and just kind of covering our bases. We've got most of the generalised shots now, but again, always overshoot. Going to get from backwards, looking out into the main room, but the only thing is it's a window, and the window is going to blow out the rest of the room, so we're going to try our best. Can you see what we can get, but probably not going to use it in the final edit. Then we're going to get some decorations over there. Then we're going to go downstairs, capture the restaurant quickly, and then we're going to be done. So, I'll show you what I mean. When you're working with outside light, you really do want to have an ND filter, but I've lost my ND filter, and we're not really at the point where I need it just yet because it's not summer. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Right, here we go. This is actually nice. This is a nice angle. Right guys, we're now in the restaurant part. This is the last part that we're going to capture before we're done. So I mean, most of the main shots are done. This is just a nice little add-on extra, again, overshoot. So I'm going to get this nice little setup we got going on here. Make sure. Swinging it around. Alright guys, we have just finished. So a bit of a rundown and breakdown of kind of what I've been saying. Chat to the owners. You never know who they're going to recommend yourself to. Walk with a tightrope, a tightrope method to get a really nice buttery smooth shot, and overshoot, never undershoot. I know a lot of people like to think, oh, I'm kind of done, I've been here for about half an hour, maybe an hour. Spend a little bit more time. So those 10 minutes, you might get the best shot that's going to be in the video. So again, overshoot. I've just dropped a new course. It's less than an OnlyFans subscription. So if you're a brand new videographer, you want to get into the industry, this is the course for you. I break down everything from camera settings, how to find and shoot your first free video, how to transition to paid work, and then I've also got all of this BTS content. So if you like what you see here, subscribe to the channel, check out some of my other videos, and check out that brand new course below. I'll have it linked in the description. If you have any questions, DM me on Instagram at Jack.F Productions, and I'll see you in the next video.